Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another video. On today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about Deco in a little bit more detail because of that interview with Barca. One, we did talk about, a couple of quotes in yesterday's video, but there were a couple more quotes that I did want to talk about. And then as well, I wanted to give you guys an update in regards to the Spotify Camp Now. Construction is still on the way, and there's good news in regards to the Camp Now. And then as well, when you're talking about David Oduro, the Ghanaian player who joined Barca Athletic, he did have some words looking ahead to his Barcelona debut. But guys, before I get started on the video, make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. Everything's posted down below in the description. Go over there and check me out. That way you guys can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. But guys, let's get straight into the video. All right, guys, let's get straight into the video and let's look at some of more of Deco's quotes from that interview with Barca One. Now, I did talk about a little bit of some quotes from Deco in yesterday's video, but there were some more quotes I did want to talk about, and this is in regards to Xavi. Now, this is what Deco has to say in regards to Xavi, his legacy. Xavi did a spectacular job. He's been incredibly important for this project. He won a league title when no one expected it, and he's given debuts to players who will be crucial for the future of the club. And this is what I've been saying about Xavi all along. Xavi was crucial in building the foundation for Barcelona to be successful in the future. Deco continues. He says it's very difficult to take things over during a cycle change, especially when important players who have won so much leave. But Xavi managed it brilliantly. It's not about how long you're at the club. What matters is how much you contribute to its growth. Xavi's contribution was massive, and there you have Deco praising Xavi's work as manager, building the foundation and helping Barcelona through the tumultuous time when it was the pandemic and we were recovering from there. And then when Ronald Koeman basically, had his shit show with Barcelona and we were already like ninth, I believe. But now Deco, he talks about, the professional roles in football. He says, football is like that. I don't know if I'll be here for 1, 2, 3, or 5 years, but the important thing is to make a difference. Xavi certainly did that, reiterating the work that Xavi did and noting its importance. Now Deco talks about the youth players. He says, it's not out of necessity. If you don't have the level, it's impossible to play at Barca. The club has a long tradition of developing top talent. Players like Lamine, Cubarsi, and Fermin would find their place in any top Barca squad. It's about quality, not necessity. Right there, Barcelona. Right there, Deco was talking about the importance of young players on whether it's strategic or out of necessity. And Deco, he talks that it's not necessity; it's about quality. Now, this is very interesting, guys, because I think Lamine Yamal and Pau Cubarsi, it's true that these players, including Fermin, they would, make the top Barcelona squad. For example, when you think of that MSN squad in 2015 or the Pep Guardiola team, I think these players would make the squad, but I don't know if they would be starters in that team. I think they would be regulars, having a lot of minutes, but I don't think that they would be starters because those teams are stacked with all timers. But Deco is right there. He says that, hey, if you have the talent, you are going to be playing in Barcelona. Deco, he now talks about the challenges about the youth development. He says it's difficult for a club like Barca, which invests so much in the youth academy, to see players leave for almost nothing at 16. FIFA and UEFA need to address this. We've managed to renew players like Tony, Guille, and Danny, but it's a constant battle. Okay, interesting. Interesting to see that. And now Deco talks about the balance between youth and experience. He says it's crucial. You can't rely solely on young players. They need experienced figures like Olmo, Kunde, Robert, and Raphinha. It's important to protect the youngsters from disappointment, which can happen if they're exposed too quickly. And right there, Deco is mentioning the importance of having that leadership in the dressing room. Having the leadership of those veterans such as Kunde, Robert Lewandowski, and Raphinha, and even Olmo. A player who just recently joined. And you do need those important players not only to help them throughout the entirety of the season, help them grow, but also in those difficult moments, and even in those games when things are going your way, just to basically say, calm down, let's manage things, and basically let's get our heads back into the game. You need that leadership out on the field, and Deco talks about that. And the last quote I didn't want to talk to you guys about, well, the last two quotes, is in regards to Dani Olmo and Barcelona's chances in the Champions League. Deco has to say, to bring up a player to Barca, they have to be of a very high level. Dani Olmo gave us more options. It's not that we didn't explore other players, but there were priorities that led us to focus elsewhere. Okay, okay. And now Deco talks about Barcelona's chances in the Champions League. He says, I think we have a squad capable of competing. We have European champions, and our players are in demand in the market. So, yes, I'm optimistic. You always have to be. And Dani Olmo and Raphinha, they've gone out in the media and they said at Barcelona, you have to fight for every single trophy. You have to have that winning mentality. And Deco reiterating that Barcelona, they can compete on all fronts. But I would still expect maybe a signing or two in the January transfer window just to improve Barcelona's chances. Because while he says the squad is enough, I don't know, because injuries and suspensions, they are going to happen. Unexpected things are going to happen in Barcelona. They have to be prepared in order to compete on all fronts. But guys, what do you guys make of those quotes from Deco, in which he basically gave some insight to Xavi's legacy, talked about his importance to the club, and then as well talked about the importance of those youth players, saying that hey, at Barcelona, youth players are vital, and they are going to be important for Barcelona's future. But now, guys, I'm going to be giving you a good update in regards to the Spotify Camp now, because right now Barcelona, they have been approved by the city council of Barcelona to work 24/7 on the camp now. And so Barcelona, the construction is going to be sped up, which is fantastic news, which means that Barcelona, they're going to be getting closer and closer to returning to the Spotify Camp now and basically filling up that stadium. But no, that 24/7 rule, it's only going to be applicable for the renovations that are happening inside the stadium. So like those indoor renovations, outdoor renovations, they're still going to be limited from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. This is reported by Roger Torredo. And it's very, very good news to see that the construction is being sped up. Barcelona are going to be able to work on it a little bit more, and the camp now. Returning to Barcelona, no, Barcelona returning to the Spotify Camp now. Apologies about that. Means that Barcelona will be able to fill up those stadiums. We're going to see more fans, more revenue, everything like that. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And also the vibes. The Estadio Montjuic is completely different from the Spotify Camp now, and I absolutely cannot wait to be back. And some reports are even saying that Barcelona could play maybe one or two games at the end of the year. But guys, I will be making sure to keep you guys updated in regards to that. And the last piece of news I do want to talk to you guys about is in regards to David Oduro. He did have some words to say about joining Barcelona Athletic and looking ahead towards his Barcelona debut. This is what he has to say. I am very, very happy because getting this opportunity is not easy, especially for Ghanaians. It's historic for my country. Coming directly here to Barcelona is great news for Ghana. He continues, he says, I'm coming here with fire. I won't disappoint. I will work very hard. This is not the time to sleep. And I'm already excited looking at some of his words. He's coming with ambition. He's coming with hunger. And he is a player similar to that of Alfonso Davies, of Alejandro Balde, which he does mention, about his role model, and he says his role model is Alejandro Balde. He says, if I get the chance to train with him under Hansi Flick, it'll be a great feeling because I've always watched him play and admire him a lot. Imagine if David Oduro is able to, shine and is able to go into the first team. Barcelona are going to be absolutely stacked with quality. David Oduro continues. He talks about his goals and he says, I have to work very hard to move up to the first team. My goal is to play in the Champions League and then make it to the Ghana national team. I know I have to take things step by step and I'll be very patient as I have been all this time. And you know what, David Oduro, those words, they fill me with confidence and they fill me with excitement. And hopefully we are able to see more of him. And hopefully he is able to have a successful, season in Barcelona. Like, and potentially, him doing well at Barcelona Athletic means a chance to step up in the first team. And I will be making sure to keep you guys updated in regards to his progress. But it's exciting to see, those opening words from David. And I absolutely cannot wait. Hopefully, he is able to shine and is able to show a good level. But guys, that's it for the Barcelona news of the day. Definitely let me know your thoughts on everything I discussed on today's video. What do you guys make of those Deco's words in regards to Xavi's legacy? The construction for the Spotify Camp Nou is being sped up. Barcelona are now going to be able to work 24/7 in order to finish all the construction that is needed. And lastly, David Oduro talks about his ambition about joining Barcelona Athletic and as well as his goals. But guys, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. And see you guys all in the next video. Peace out, guys.